In this episode of CEFF, I'm on Forest Road 201. Hello, I'm Ronieaz, Ronnie in Arizona. Today I'm going to show you how to capture better images with the CEFF formula for digital capture. CEFF stands for Composure, Exposure, Focus, and Field. The dogs and I go to Forest Road 201 off the Beeline Highway between Phoenix and Payson. Jasper, go play. Hello. Today the dogs and I are off of what they call Beeline Highway, Highway 87, goes from Phoenix to Payson. There's a turnoff opposite Mount Ord, which is off there in the distance, to Forest Road 201. And we drove down there a ways, and then there's this little side road, 1701, and I looked down from up there and I saw some kind of structure down here. So we turned around, came back, and that's what I'm going to take a picture of, is this some kind of abandoned concrete structure. Today I'm shooting with an old Sony Alpha 100. It's my understanding that this was Sony's first DSLR. I have on it an 18 to 125 Sigma lens, and I'm shooting with a Nikon D300S with a Sigma 10 to 20 millimeter lens, and I'm using a Sennheiser lavalier mic. There's the structure in question, and I wanted to say also, you can always go to ronieaz.com. This particular excursion will be under excursions and backways, and look for FR201, meaning Forest Road 201. Now, my old Sony doesn't have a battery pack, which makes it harder for me to do vertical shots. And sometimes you have to take that into consideration. But anyway, I've got it on program mode. I have it on spot focus as usual. And let's just see what we have here. Helps to take off the lens cap. I'm just going to go all the way 18 millimeter from right here. I'm going to focus on the concrete. So that's an 80th of a second at f11. This is number 6888. It's okay, but I got this nice tall tree, or what's left of the poor thing. So I'm thinking, because when I just took this one, it just kind of whacked it off. Now, if I just wanted to do the concrete itself, there's a bunch of junk inside, like rusted tin. I don't want to get that in the photo. Let's go down this way. Let's see. How about if I just include this pine tree right here? And I got a really nice blue sky today. Not actually uncommon. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I'm going to focus right on the concrete again. I'm showing F13 in program mode. It's all right, but it's not what I want. Okay, what I'm thinking is I want to go vertical. Now, of course, I don't have the wide angle lens on the Sony, but I think this is where I'm going. Okay, let's try Well, let me just sort of kneel down here. Okay, I'm all the way 18 millimeters. And I'll put that right on the edge. See what that looks like. 6890. I'm at ISO 200. No, I'm at ISO 100. And matrix metering. I want to go lower and shoot up through the grass. That one picture like I did at ASU of the horse, the tireless horse at ASU. I think I would rather do that. Let's get down on your knees here. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Maybe this way I can get the whole thing in there. Focus on the concrete. Now let's see what this looks like, matrix. Okay, that's F11 hundredth of a second. Now F11 is going to give me more depth of field than like an F5 or an F4. So this grass is going to show up. And I don't think I want that. I think, like I did the horse picture at ASU, I think I want the grass fuzzed out. Now here's the tricky part to a camera without the battery grip. Whether it's built in or screw on, I normally would put my hand up like this to take the picture. Well, when I do that, the center of the frame, if I hit the button now, it's going to be right about there on that tree. And I don't want that. I want to focus on the concrete. So the Alpha has a back focus button. But what happens is when I'm like this, and I go down here to the concrete, I hit back focus, and then I raise up like this, my knuckle of my thumb is in my forehead. And I don't have that problem with the battery pack because the handle's over here. So what I do, I turn the camera this way, I turn it the other way. And you may find this is easier for you if you have a camera without a battery pack. So now I'm going to hit focus on the concrete. My thumb is down here by my chin. And now I'll raise it up and compose it the way I want to give me even exposure. Between the grass and the sky and the tree, which works a lot better for me. But if you can get a camera with a battery pack, a side pack, a lot better off. Okay, composure wise, we're going to go vertical. I'm going to get in the grass, have the grass in the foreground. Exposure wise, it's working pretty good at matrix. I have no issue with that. Focus wise, I want to focus on this concrete right here on this front edge. I'm going to go to aperture priority mode now because I want to pick, I want the grass fuzzy. So I'm going to go to F4. I'm going to go to F4 and I'm going to focus on the concrete. So composure, I got this with the tree. I'm going to stay framed to where I have the whole concrete. Little margin on the right, little margin on the left by the green part of the tree. I'm not going to try and get that one over there. Exposure, we're just going to go with matrix. It's doing a good job. Focus, focused on the concrete, and my depth of field, I'm going to go to F4 to blur out the grass in the foreground. And I'm going to hold the camera this way instead of this way so I can focus separate from my composure. So I'm in the grass. I'm going to focus on the concrete. As soon as Queenie gets out of there. Well, I got her anyway. Okay, let's do it again. Focus on the concrete. Recompose the photo. Got margin on the right, margin on the left. I got this little blade of grass blowing. Keeps blowing in me. Let me hold that back with my hand. Hey, Jasper. Scoot over, how about, huh? Okay, let's do it again. Focus on the concrete. Recompose. I'm at F4, matrix metering. Let's see what I get. Histogram looks good, colors look good. I think I like it. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Driving down Forest Road 201, saw this structure from the road up there, came down 1701 to take a look, liked what I saw, took some horizontals, didn't really go with the tree above it, so then I decided to go vertical. This particular camera has no battery pack, so I switched it around to hold it this way so I could use the back focus button to focus on the concrete because it wasn't in the center of the frame. Then I recomposed the shot to get the exposure, and I just left it on matrix to get the whole scene like this. I went to F4 for my aperture to get the grass as fuzzy as I can get it at F4 because it's in the foreground and you'll see it on the computer. Okay? So always remember, composure, exposure, focus, and field to capture better images.